Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today it's gonna be a tier list of Sentai. It's going to be different all the Sentai leading up to not the Cure Major or also because for some reason I have it on here. So this one goes up to Real Soldier, um, which is fine. Um, so yeah, all that stuff. And I have the different tiers here. Didn't see it's more either I couldn't find the um full like episodes or all that stuff because then it's like I can't judge it fairly if I haven't seen the episodes. Which I think it's a lot of the older ones I haven't seen really. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. There we go. First one is Go Ranger. This one's hard to find because either you have some of the episodes or not all the episodes or they're not subbed yet. Like I like the theme song and I might do a separate tier list for just the theme songs of Sentai, possibly ending. Um that'd be really cool too. But I'll probably put this in didn't see because I've seen clips, but not like the whole deal, because it is hard to find fully subbed. Plus, it's also one season that's like 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin in one, so it's a lot of episodes. So it's probably taking a while to say it. Jakku, I've seen a little bit, and I say like I kind of liked it. I would say C. It's kind of average. It's not bad, especially because for like the '70s, it's still like I feel like Sentai then was for the time was trying to find itself, which is not bad. I actually like some of the stuff. Next is Battle J. Now this one I was hesitant to watch. Mostly it was because of mostly the suits. The suits kind of I would say almost were like, yeah, I don't want to see because of the suits because it is like because if you go into the Sentai, they're all so different, but this one especially was different for suits. I started watching this a little bit of the show. It's actually not bad. It's kind of weird and quirky, but then again, at the time, this was like the '70s, almost the '80s. Was like '79. Trying to think what year. They came out. But yeah, this one I would say average because I haven't finished it, but what I've seen is pretty good. I just haven't finished it yet. I want to finish it. I've just been busy, but yeah. Then Z-Man. Okay, this theme song I literally get stuck in my head. I start singing it for some reason. Um, but this one I've actually seen the whole show, and I actually kind of like it. It's actually fun. It's different. Um, Kenji Oba was in it. It was pretty cool, and I kind of liked it. It was really great. The characters were great. I like the fact Kenji Oba was, um, circus act, and then it was just fun. The kids were great in it too, so I thought that was really cool. Um, I say this one about B. Like it still has its faults, but then again, it was the '80s. It was the first one in the '80s, but it's still pretty good. At least for my opinion. Sun Vulcan. This one I didn't see. Yet. Uh, it's not that I haven't. It's just hard. Some of them are hard to find, or like it's just one that I haven't seen yet because that's just me. Um, I haven't had time. I mean, you gotta realize that like the older Sentai, it's hard to find subbed and fully subbed episodes, but also depending on what website you used, trying to find one that's really good. But I put it on didn't see just because I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really judge it um, yet on what it's about. So that's why it's in didn't see. Goggle 5. Okay, this one I know a lot of people are like, why is it an S? It makes me laugh. Okay, Yellow Ranger especially. He's one of my favorite characters of that show. Like Goggle 5, when I first saw it, his expressions is just so funny. Like, yeah, it's Monster of the Week, like just like all these others, but it was so funny. Like his expressions, I'm like, I keep rewinding those parts where I'm like, oh hi, this is very funny. It's just it cracks me up because especially when you first meet him and he's like on, I would say the first episode, and he's on the ladder feeding the giraffe, which makes sense. And the one of the kids like comes and recruits him, and he literally falls, and it's like, "Hi, what?" It's like looks up, and it's great. And the kids are great in this too. Like I liked how the kids once who recruited the Rangers, and I thought that was cool. But yeah, I actually liked that one. Dynaman. I've actually kind of seen this, and I'm gonna do about average, just because it's not a bad Sentai. I just it's just average because of some of the stuff and everything. It was really good. Don't get me wrong. It's for me. It's just like it doesn't stand out as much, but it's not bad. It's just average, in my opinion. Next, Bioman. I actually kind of like Bioman, so I should put a B. Actually, it's really great. Actually, this one put an A. Never mind. Um, I put an A because Denziman's great. Bioman, I've seen a lot of the episodes. I've actually seen the full season. It's actually really good. I actually love the characters and stuff like that. It's really cool, and I don't mind if it's Monster of the Week. Certain shows I don't mind. So yeah, I actually thought it was cool. I mean, it's not like A or S, but it's definitely one that's not bad. Flashman. I'll say about B for this one too. I've seen all the episodes of Flashman. It's just one of those ones where, actually, no, C. Never mind. It's not bad. Actually, no. Nah, I'll put B. B's better. It's not bad. It's just like, for me, I like it actually. It's actually not that bad of a show for the time. It was fun. I kind of liked it. I actually thought it was really cool. I also like the transforming sequence, and I might do a tier of that too. Comment on down below if you want me to do a tier of that also, or any other tiers you want me to do. Sentai, Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, or in general just uh, any like anime or something like that. I like a lot of things. So next up, we have Changeman. I gotta put A. It's so great. It's so funny too. I love the commander. It's actually like grenade. This. Also, those poses. Oh my gosh. Like, I get over suit actors because those poses are not easy. I'm a dancer and I'm a martial artist, and even some of those poses, and just to keep them there just so they get shot. And this was back day before CGI, or at least the CGI you saw like in Gal Ranger. Like this is all like still shots and stuff like that. So I loved it actually for that. That's actually one of my favorites. Deal. So I actually liked it. Masked Man. I started watching Masked Man, but it's kind of boring for me, I guess. I tried watching it, but I'm like, not really liked it. Um, it's not bad. It's just for me, I just like felt to me story wise, and also just episodes. Because I don't mind episode of the week. I don't mind filler episodes. It just depends. Just depends on how it's done, and if it's done right. Live Man. I actually like this one. I actually like Green and Black. A lot of people don't. For Live Man, I actually didn't mind them. There were two characters when they came in. I didn't mind them at all. This was a good, good series, good season, good songs. By the way, I love the intro and the ending. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it was a good show in general, and yeah, I actually kind of liked it. It was actually one of my favorites. And even though people don't like Green and Black, I actually like them. They're actually not that bad. In fact, one of them, I think I liked the rugby episode, was it? And it was so great. I I think it's for someone who doesn't know rugby, it was cool to see. Um, but I kind of liked it, and also like you could tell like with the Sentai in the 80s, the technology was getting to the point where morphine was getting good because the first three they didn't really morph. Well, Jakku kind of did, but I would say not like Jakku's like I think the only one, but the others they didn't. But yeah, Live Man, it's actually great. Um, but yeah, I actually kind of liked it. It was actually really cool, and that's the first time ever that the female was blue. So I think that's like the coolest thing about it is that the female is not just pink or yellow or all the stuff. It's they could be they're different colors, and I kind of like that. Turbo Ranger. I tried. I really did to have an open mind with this one. It was for me. Like it was good but boring. At least for me. Like I just felt like it was not good in a sense. So yeah, 5 Man. Okay, this one's A. A lot of people think this show is boring. I actually like it. 5 Man is actually a really good show for me. I actually like watching it. I actually go back and watch it most of the time, and it's not as because it does have its faults, story wise and stuff like that, but it is really good, and I kind of like that. But I also like the fact that this is the first ever family, full family Sentai. And I think the other part because my dad was a twin, it had twins in there, so I think that's why it made it special for me watching it because I kind of like that. I want for them to bring that back. Is twins and Sentai, and I'm not talking about doing the evil counterpart like they did in Die Ranger and Geki Ranger and Metal Heroes, B Fighter, yeah. Um, but I'm talking about just like twins in general in the Sentai where they're playing the good guys, because that'd be really cool. That'd be really fun. Jetman. Jetman is actually one that's very very high standards. If you watch this show, it's gonna be very high standards to watch. It's a good show. I just want to do an A, and I actually kind of like it. I kind of do go back, but at the same time, I don't go back to it. There's reasons why, because I don't want to be sad at the end. Um, and I'm not going to do any spoilers, because I'm not like that. Unless like I'm reviewing something, then it's different, but not this. But yeah, like it's actually a cool song, and again, I like how like they're different birds. I kind of like that, and that they flew, which is really cool. G Ranger. This one, I know a lot of people said they kind of didn't like it and stuff like that. Me, I actually did like it. I put it B. The reason I kind of liked it is just because it was so different than, of course, Mighty Morphin. But I actually liked it because it just felt really cool, the fantasy and the dinos and the actors, and I just thought it was a cool series. But yeah, I actually watched it. It was really fun, and I thought it was cool. And the fact that Pink used her bow and arrow a lot, even out of suit. So yeah, I actually kind of like that about it. So it's great. Die Ranger. This one is like kind of like Jetman. Very like it's you watch Super Sentai, it's gonna it's a high bar. So that's why it's an S. But I actually kind of like it. It's a few cores that didn't come over to my Morphin except for the Kiba Ranger suit, which was the white tiger. But I actually kind of liked the show, even Ko's story and like how that was. Yeah, the ending's not great, but I mean, compared to other endings, they're not. It's not as bad, but I kind of like it. It was fun. I still love. There was this one scene, and I wish they did it in Power Rangers because I thought it'd be so funny. Ko was morphed, like he was in the Kiba suit. He literally rode his skateboard. Like for some reason, I wanted Tommy to do something like that in the Kiba suit, and I'm like, can he do that? That could work so well in this. like fighting a monster and he's like skateboarding or something or snowboarding. That would be just the coolest thing. But yeah, I just like it. Even the theme song's great. Even when you watch a Cable Ranger and they do this, I'm sorry, that's just still a fun show. But yeah, this was a really cool season. So yeah, I thought it was really cool. I actually liked it. I actually loved it. I still go back to it. Kaku Ranger. Kaku Ranger was we got the ninja suits with the alien rangers, but we got ninjas, so it's a little different. I actually like Kaku Ranger. Kaku Ranger was actually just fun. Even though yeah, it's definitely a show where you watch it. It's definitely very 90s that you could tell. But I actually love the characters. They're fun. I like the fact that the female was a leader. That was cool. Ninjor was just funny. He was just great. Sasuke and those guys were just fun. I mean, I'm just. Jiraiya was cool. I actually loved the scene. And I really always wanted to watch behind the scenes of the scene where it's the actor with Jiraiya. Sorry, I can't talk today with names. If I'm saying things wrong with names, I'm very sorry. I try. Jiraiya and his dad, his like real dad, he of course plays the master. And I really want to see like behind the scenes how they choreograph that fight, because I thought that was just cool. Because they're both martial artists, so the fact that they did so cool. And the funny part was I love the fact that he spoke English fluently, and then like just throughout the time like he didn't understand Japanese, and I was like, okay. And there's like, all right. It's like there's just those moments. They're just like, yeah, it's 90s s, but I can get away with that. But also, they had a food truck that was a cat. Why can't we have that? That would be just fun. We just have something like that here in Power Rangers, regardless. That'd be cool. O Ranger. So O Ranger is just there was a flaws to it because of what happened. So what happened was O Ranger. It was gonna go dark. Kaku Ranger was kind of like dark s, but this one was gonna be very dark, going back to kind of like Jetman and Die Ranger. But stuff happened. Earthquake, terrorist attack. So they had to really like not do that, and then they scratched that, and they went, oh, okay, we can't do that, so they scrambled. I try to keep that in mind, but even then, it's just like I can't understand it. Like, like there's some episodes I can watch. Actually, in fact, let me put this and see. It's average because I don't fault the show. They did what they could. The writers and producers did what they could to save it. I mean, it was hard. I mean, that's what happened in Time Force with us here in the States. When 9/11 hit, so they had to go back and re-edit a lot of that show. On VHS, I think it was the not the edit version, and then you have the TV show, and then there was a couple episodes they couldn't do, which was fine. But I still kind of liked it. It wasn't too bad. It's not the best, but I mean I don't fault it. It was trying its hardest. Car Ranger. Okay, this is going over here because it's just funny. Car Ranger was like after the whole thing with O Ranger, they're like, okay, let's go ahead and do something funny like Turbo Ranger, which Brusque became Turbo. But Car Ranger was just hilariously funny. I still remember how, spoiler, this actually won't spoil it, I actually say, Dabu tricks the Rangers into becoming Power Rangers because they don't want to be Power Rangers. So, it was just like, so what he did was like he faked his death and then they transform and he's like, Dabu? And just wakes up and they're all like, wait, you tricked us? I was like, don't fight me, fight them. It's like trying to get like, don't be mad at me, fight them. Like, all that stuff. I thought it was funny. And there's still moments there where he like has Green, I think, like he orders some stuff, and Green sees the bill, and he's like, "Who ordered this?" And Dop is just like sneaking away. He's like, "Do do 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 do." It's like Dop is like, "I got those gozaimasu," and he just literally runs, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like they're just funny moments in there, and it's still funny. It's still fun. Like it's still great, and it's the one of the shows that I feel like every time I need like a show just to make me laugh, like if I'm down, I'm stressed out, or I just want to watch something, it's just funny, especially the first episode because it just makes me laugh. I will always rewind that part of going back. It's like, hey, this is really cool, and it's still funny. Okay, Mega Ranger's definitely going up here, only because of the Psycho Ranger arc, and all of it's really cool too. The characters are great. It's one of my favorites. I still like it. It's still a great Sentai. It's a great series. There was one episode I actually like a lot, and I wish they did this for in space. Was one where Miku, the Pink Ranger, had to not talk in the episode because the Psycho Rangers. I was gonna call them Psycho Rangers because it's easy to say. Um, the three. I think it was yellow, black, and red. Think I'm getting that right. If not, let me know. Um, and they had voice recognition, so Miku couldn't speak. So she's going out and trying to act like I'm good. That even Silver comes and helps. So I kind of wish they did this for this. I kind of wish they did it because I think it'd be really cool. I wish they did it for Cassie or even for Ashley. Actually, no, Cassie would be better. Kind of cool. Just to kind of like um just be fun because it'd be a fun episode. Actually, it'd be a great episode to do. I wish they did it for Power Rangers because I thought it'd be a really cool scene. But yeah, this was like a season where it's like they went back to the darker like Jetman, Die Ranger formula, um, which wasn't bad. You know, the one thing about Sentai, and this is the one thing I do like about them, and I think this is the thing I like about with the seasons, they're all so different that even if you like you want a lighthearted one, you can go to Car Ranger or Cocker Ranger, or you can go like like that kind of deal. Or you want a darker one, you can go to Mega Ranger, Jetman, or even Live Man. But that's I think what I think about Sentai is that you can pick like, oh, okay, I need one that's not as serious. Let me go to Car Ranger or vice versa. So I think that's one thing I like about it because you get to whatever you're feeling that day, which I like. Gangman. This one I know a lot of people kind of don't like is Gangaman. More because of the suits, but since it's my list, I actually like it. It's actually one I do go back to. It still has its faults, but I still like it. Um, I still love, I still love when Goki had a crush on the sensei or the teacher, and they were done fighting the monster. Right, this is a fun scene. And this is when Hyuga's back, who people probably recognize the actor. He's from Cocker Ranger because he played Ninja Red. Ninja Red. But there's one where like they I think it's a later episode, and he literally is like, "Oh, we're done? Okay, let's go." And then all the Rangers are like, "Where have we seen this before, Sensei?" And Hugo's like, "What?" It's like he just came back, so he has no idea what's going on. It's like, oh. So I thought that was really really cool and funny too. I still play that back a lot. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really cute. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great show. I still like it. Even the kids really cool too. So I kind of liked it. Um, for that, that's one that I actually like because it is different. Um, and the actors are great. So I actually like it. Go Go 5. Go Go 5 is S because it is one of the first family Sentais I actually watched, and I liked it. And the fact they didn't have a Sixth Ranger because, they went from, Gangaman having Hyuga and then Time Ranger having Time Fire. I didn't mind that because they can focus on the family more. And of course, her dad. I love Mint. He's just great. It's great. I still love. People don't like clip shows in Sentai, but this is actually one of my favorites. And because they are family, it kind of makes sense. Where it's New Year's Eve. I think in Japanese culture, it's a big celebration, which I think is really cool. I think that's the thing about Sentai I do love is that when it's New Year's Eve, you get to see kind of like you know what goes on in Japan, um, in a sense. But the one thing about this I love is that they were trying to do the records and stuff, but each person was trying to get out of it. So it started with the three oldest, and then the two middle who were trying to get out of it. They were trying, let's sneak away, and so he's like, "Where are you guys going?" And he tried to sneak away, but he fell over the vacuum cleaner. And then Mint with the whole Y2K thing, and then Motoi hits Mint, and it deletes everything. And he screams, it's like, nah! And then you realize he's the one that screwed up. He's like, da, 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 da. And he sits, and everyone's like, like yells at him. And he's like, ah! And it's just like, I don't know, those bits are so great. Like, yeah, there's filler episodes. Like, some of the filler episodes I don't mind. One of them is being with the two youngest. Sorry if I forget names. There's a lot of Sentai with names, and I'm not good with names, so I'm very sorry. So forgive me. But this one is really like the one with the two youngest, Matsumi and Daemon, and they go, and because the one was an officer, the other one of course EMT. It was like kind of like case they worked on with a boy that got hit. They went to go see him in the hospital, and that's the thing I liked about the show is that even though like it focused on them being five, the Go-Go Five, they still talk about their past cases, past things, people they rescue. I think that's the thing about it. Like it was like a rescue squad. Like you don't see that much anymore with this, like first responders. And it'd be cool to have another one again. I want to be family. That'd be cool. I like the fact it was family. Um, yeah, and the fact that Go Blue came in, Ultimate Decker, that was fun. But yeah, so yeah, I liked it, and I love the songs. I'm definitely gonna do a tier list for that. Time Ranger. Okay, that one's definitely S. There's a reason. I like it. I think for me the reason I like it is just so dark. It's dark, but I love the characters. It's so great. Sean is my favorite actually. I love Sean. He's me. I'm talking about the Green Ranger. He is me sometimes. I'm like him who I'm like just like what's going on at the same time. Hi. But I still love it just because there's funny moments, there's great moments, there's moments that each one shines, um, which I think is really cool. Um, I get why some of the plots couldn't come over the Time Force, Blue because, you know, they were probably going to, but then stuff happened. So yeah, that didn't help. But also, it's definitely dark. It's like Commoner dark, if that makes sense. So, but I actually like it. It's actually not bad. The theme song's great. The episodes are great. I thought it was cool. Gal Ranger. Now, Gal Ranger's not bad. It's just there's really no to it. Like the only character I actually like is Gal Silver, only because I love his actor, and I like Gal Red, but it's still one of those shows where I'm like, not good, but it's boring to me at times. Like compared to O Ranger, I can forgive O Ranger because it was a mess because of everything, but Gal Ranger, it was just like some of it was great, but at the same time, not really. Hurricaneger is A. It would be S, but I actually like it more A. It's still a good show. I still like the theme song. I still love this show because it is very like fun. I love the Green Ranger. He is my favorite because he's like all the past Sentai that comes back. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. I can't name all of them, so don't ask. And I didn't realize this. So when I watched it, they did their morphs from their seasons, like Die Ranger or um, Car Ranger, etc. The only one that didn't do it for Sentai because he didn't really have a morph because he was in Battle J Fever and sorry, sorry, trying to scratch my nose. My bad. Um, and um, with Densey Man, they didn't really have a morphing sequence. Was Kenji Yoba because he did the Gavin, Space Sheriff Gavin, because that was more of a morphing sequence. So he did that one. Um, he was the only one that did. So yeah, I liked it. I still like it though. It's still a fun, comedic. I love their henshins. That'd be fun to do actually. That'd be fun. But yeah, it's still good. I love it. It's so great. I still their personalities are so great too. Like these three are like the laziest students, and they're like the last hope. It's like, oh crap. And then I love how the daughter Disney breaks the fourth wall in certain movies, and I'm like, I love you right now. Like she's cool. She's also a genius, and I love it. Abba, Abba Ranger is so S tier. I love it. I love the whole single parent with Red. I like the whole thing with it. It was just so funny and so great. I still love when they introduce the kid to them. They're like, "Who's this?" Like, huh? So it was just so funny and great. And I love the dinos and they could talk to their dinos. I thought it was really cool. And it's still fun. Like, it was a lot of fun. Asuka, those guys. I mean, it was a lot of twists and turns. Aubrey Killer. I mean, come on, that was like the longest we've had a villain Sentai Ranger. I think one of the longest. Because normally when they have evil Sentai, like Dragon and the Go Riders from Hurricane Ranger, they go a little bit, but then like maybe halfway through or like 5 episodes in, they become part of the team. This one it went from all the way till like close to the ending. So yeah, that was great. Decker Ranger's definitely top tier. I love it. It's so fun. I love the personalities. I love Pink. There was one scene. This is when they had to protect her facial expressions. By the way, are so great. This is why I like it. Protect this like princess or something. So she had to go undercover. And the princess kind of lied to her about what was going on. So when she says it to her, Pink's like, "Oh." Then turns out like, "What?" Just the expression. Everybody's trying to hold her back, and I'm like, "I love you right now." There's also the one with the movie I liked. It was Aubrey Ranger and what was it? Decker Ranger, and they all like went to the teams, different things, right? And Aubrey Killer says to Pink, "You're cute. You're the leader. You're cute." It's like, really? And then Decker breaks like, "Nuh-uh. What?" Like, it's just the expressions change. I'm like, I love you right now. It's like, those moments. I'm one of those people when I watch a Sentai series, I like the little moments because it makes it funny. Like those little comedic moments that you don't realize happen, but it happens and it still works. And I love it. Like, it's just out of nowhere and it's still fun. I still like it. But yeah, Decker Ranger definitely has that. I love Deca Master. Even though his, costume wasn't that great. I meant his civilian costume, not the Power Ranger costume. But it still wasn't as bad. And I love Jasmine. I still love like the movie where it's the Aubrey Ranger and Deca, and she does this, and she goes out like Abba Abba Abba, and starts walking. And I'm like, because she starts doing the Indian theme, and I'm like, I love you right now. Oh, it's so great. But all of them personalities are great. I love it. It's fun and it's a fun scene. Magic Ranger. This I'm actually gonna put an A. It's not S tier like Gogo 5, but it's still a good series. It is family once again. It is one of my favorite family ones besides Gogo 5, and it's fun. It's a fun show. It's a fun season. I actually like it. Just the whole deal they got to deal with. Then, Magic Shine comes in, they come teach. This is one where I didn't mind them having a Six Ranger and Magic Ranger compared like to Gogo 5. Gogo 5 was kind of like, it was family, but they, didn't need a Six Ranger. They didn't need, um, they didn't need all that. They didn't need, Six Ranger to come in. They already had their dad. They already had Mint, so it worked out. And they were rescuers, so it worked out fine. Magic Ranger, they were trainees. So they needed a sensei or a professor to come in to help them. So there was that difference. And it actually worked out in the end. And I still love the endings on that. Bokinger. So Bokinger, I'm actually gonna do B. It's not bad. I actually don't mind it. I actually like it, but it's still kind of one of those where it's like, it's cool, and I still watch them time to time, which is fine. I actually like it, but it's just like, especially because like you watch Gokaiger and like Boken Red comes in, and he's just there. Everyone else is like, oh, we're gonna find them, or they come find us. He's like literally on the ship, and I'm like, what the heck? So it's really fun. But yeah, I still like it. I still like the movies. I might do a tier of some of the movies and stuff, but yeah, I liked it. It was still a good season. Geki Ranger, Geki Ranger, Geki. Geki Ranger's gonna go in S. There's a reason. I love this show. I still watch it. It's so great. Even though at times people think of John is annoying. But when you think of the other two characters that are very serious, I still love it. It's so funny because he's like, John is the character who thinks outside the box and comes up with stuff, but he never gives up. I think my favorite is when Retsu's brother joins, right, as Violet. And I love the fact that John's like, I'm going to go out in the woods, I'm going to go in the forest, and figure out what I have to do to bring this team together. And I kind of like that. Like, he's trying to figure out on his own. He's trying to figure out, like, how to do this. I still like Master Shafu. He's just fun. I still like the Pokinja Geki Ranger movie. And Boken Yellow sees Master Shafu. And she's like, Neko! And goes over there and just starts petting him. And he's like, and they, and Boken Black and Boken Blue tries to tear her off. And he's like, don't stop. And they're like, huh? Like, back down to business. And I'm just like, I love you right now. Why you gotta be so fun? But I think that's the best thing about Gek Ranger I do love are the characters and how there's also this one episode I love, and it's with the head person of Scratch, the mother. She goes in all tiger on someone's butt. Like, she literally takes control of the White Ranger's like mech to fight this person. And I'm just like, you so pissed off the wrong person. It's like, Haddle, you messed up the wrong person. Like, that's the one person you don't want to mess with. So yeah, I just thought it was really cool. But yeah, there's moments, and yeah, like the White Ranger came in a little bit late, but I think compared to Power Rangers in Sentai, they could be a little late and still work. Because it is 50 some episodes. Whereas Power Rangers, it was like 30. So, 32, I think, when it was Disney. So, that's different. Go Onger. Okay, now Go Onger, a lot of people don't like. Some people don't like it because it's like Car Ranger, it's doesn't take itself seriously. I actually liked it. I still find it funny at times. I still find it great. And I like the characters. Like, they try so hard. It's so great. Even Pomper's great. Even like the team up is great. But it's just so much fun. And I liked it. I thought it was really great. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, it's just a fun show. And it is one of those shows where I feel like Car Ranger, like it can be serious at times. Serious at times. Sorry. I'm sorry my words for some reason. But I would say for that, it's also one where you can just be like chill and be like, hey, okay, let's have a laugh and just fun. I still like the car noises. I thought it was really cool. And I still like the Zors that talk. This is great. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Shikinger. Okay, this one. It's not A. It's going to S. Shinkinger is still one of my top favorites. I love it. It's one of those ones that I watch it and it's just great. It's so much fun. I love all the characters. And the best part I like is that, like Geki Ranger, they try to learn from their mistakes to better the team, to better, their martial arts, and they're there for each other. Like, I think the best part is they became a family. I think that was the biggest thing with Shikinger is that they became a family, and I think that's one thing I like about it. It was that like it felt like they started like the whole, you know, he's up here, they're down here, but they slowly started to become like a family where the two oldest, like pink and red, are like the older siblings. Blue's kind of like in the middle, and then uh, Chiaki and Kotoha are like the two youngest, and then you have, sorry, um, you have Ginta, who's just fun. I still love his expressions, and I love how he makes it like some of the mechs and stuff. I think that's really cool about it, and the fact he has like a sushi, um, little cart, and they go there sometimes, and I kind of like it. So yeah, it's so great, and I love it too because it's just like what the heck. And I forgot to mention on Gow Ranger, that was the first time we ever done CGI, and I didn't mind it because with all the mechs, oh my gosh, it's the same with some of these now, which is why they have how many mechs for certain things like Abba Ranger and even Goanger. When they talk, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good. So, but yeah, I would say though about Shikinger, some of the mechs looks kind of weird. They're mostly origami, and I get that. But even then, some of the mechs were like, some of the functions are great, but some of the mechs were like, eh. Here's another one that a lot of people kind of don't like and boring. But as for me, I actually like it to where it is S tier. I have a lot of S tiers because I think I like a lot of Sentai. Um, now go Sager. Some people don't like this one because it does come after Shikinger before the anniversary. I actually like it. I thought the Angels versus Demons was cool. I know they couldn't do that here. That was the one thing they couldn't do, but it was still a great show. I still loved it. I feel like Alita's the leader who basically is like the friend. Like he tries to like be the one, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that. He tries to be the friend for everybody. And I think that's one thing I like about it. Gosei Knight was great. Um the villains were great. Like I even love Nobuzuna's dad. In fact, there was one episode, and this was kind of like a little bit like Mighty Morphin the movie, like the 1995, where Nobuzu was under a spell, and his dad was the one to go and save him. And I thought that was really cool. Um, in all honesty, his dad's great. In fact, his dad came back and go Kaiser. I kind of like that. Um, but I like the fact that it was really cool. I even love their headquarters. I might do a tier for that because headquarters are great. No one talks about those as much. Are the headquarters. Because they're really cool. I like a lot of the headquarters stuff. I actually love especially them, like that house. I'll be like, can I live there, please? I really want to. So yeah, the characters. I mean, say what you want about the characters, but I actually like it. They're the kind of characters I didn't mind. Um, but I did like the show. It was so much fun. I'm like, I still watch it. Like him trying to draw. Him and Nomozu definitely became sort of like siblings. Like Nomozu became the little brother with them, and I love the fact that he was trying to learn from them. I thought that was really cool, and I like the fact that Big Head used Nomozu's dad as a vessel to communicate, and not just like a random person. I thought that was cool, cause like it's like, but I'm like, how long were you supposed to hide it? So it's like, that's like trying to hide a dog from your dad, and it's like, oh boy. But yeah, I still love it. It's still fun. The big anniversary, that is so great, so fun, and I still love the theme song because I still love it. Go Kaiser. It was so much fun. This is an anniversary show that, with all these, you know, Jetman. I think with Jetman might be a little bit difficult, but like Gengaman, Hurricaneer, Magic Ranger, Go Go 5. You don't have to watch those seasons to get a glimpse of what they're about from Gokaiger. Gokaiger is the one where it's like, you know, I'll say Oranger is a little bit different because, there are some problems. But I would say, though, about it is that it was very. It gives you a glimpse of what they did. Like, Live Man, I thought was really cool, that episode. All the characters were great. I love Doc. Doc is actually my favorite character. They're all my favorite. I love Silver and stuff like that. I still love the body switching episode where it's Doc and um, Luca, and when they switch, and then the rest of the Gokaijers are like, what, and it's just a close up on them, and I'm just like, I love this right now. I still crack up. I still am just like, I rewind that so many times when I watch it because I'm like, go back. I gotta see it again. It's so great, and I still love it. Sorry. But it was really cool. I still love it. It's so much fun. And then like Doc, I love Doc of just fighting. Like his is like, I'm just gonna do stuff. I'm like, dude, what the heck? There was one time where he was all the, I forgot the minions are called. I'm sorry. There's a lot of minions. Like, I mean, come on. There's like so much Sentai that it's hard to keep up. Um, but he's just do re mi fa so, and I'm like, what the heck? Like he's like, I mean, all the characters are great. The Jolly Roger or the ship is great. Um, yeah, Ahim and Luca didn't get much and all this stuff, but what we got, it's actually not that bad. So I like it. Go Busters. Now this one goes to A because some people kind of like it, some people don't. This one's kind of like on the fence for some people when it comes to the show. I actually liked it. One, to get Magic Yellow back, which is so great. Two, I love this. I love the characters. I love the fact that the female is short like me. I am 5'2" and I'm happy. So I'm like, that's the one thing I love the Sentai. They're short and I like it for the females because I'm like, thank you, because we love you right now for being that height. Like Ahim was and all this stuff, but it was so cool. But it's just so fun. I loved, I love Cheetah. I love Cheetah. Here's the reason why I love Cheetah. I love Cheetah because he's a bike. The bike is so funny. It's a bike that goes on the wrong direction. And there's one where it's like, let's go home. He goes the wrong way, and he's like, dude, it's this way. Oh, yeah. I'm like, you're a motorbike. How do you, yeah. Like, huh? And those moments are fun. And Enter is a great villain. Like he's one of my favorite villains. He's like Mesogog, basically. But and Bosco. Bosco's great. That's the other thing about Gokaiger I liked was Bosco. I'm just, you know, disappointed that they didn't bring him over. Just Mega Force, you know. But yeah, Go Buster's great. I love Beetle and Jay and those two are just fun together. He's all like, "Hi, what's up?" He's just like, "Get out of the way." Like he's a good actor, the guy that plays Gold, because he goes from Magic Yellow to this, and it's really cool. Like he's one of my favorite. He's actually in a lot of different Sentai Kamen Rider stuff, so or he's in a lot of Sentai. So that's the biggest thing with Sentai I like Kamen Rider and Ultraman is that you see these characters or actors come into these different things, and I love it. It's great. Kyoryuju. Now, this one, it's gonna be average. I liked it, but I didn't like it. Um, it's not bad. I get why though. Like it's focused a lot on red, but actually, I mean, there's still like one or two episodes I like. Compared to this, this one at least like has Dinah Pink and Dinah Black came into an episode to they play Green's parents, which is really cool. The Black lost one of his friends, so I didn't mind that as much. Um, which is really cool. I actually like it. It was actually one of those things. If my voice sounds it's late here, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to have energy. I really am. But I still love it. And I still like the ending song. It's not bad. So yeah, it's average. Like it's not top tier. It's not bad. It's one where it's like, nah. Tokyo Jerry. This one is A. I would put an S. But there's flaws. But I still like it. Tokyo Jerry is one where I actually like. It's one of my favorites for Sentai. I love the ending. I love Orange because he just is like, he just literally just tosses his weapon. It's like, let's just fight. And I was like, what? Really? Seriously? But I still like it. Ending for me is very like emotional. I still love the movie, the 7-1 with their kid counterpart and them, which is really cool actually. Um, but yeah, I actually like them. It was actually really cool. Like yeah, the suits are simple, but the fact they can change um, to a different color, I thought was cool. Um, and also like Pink comes back in a show, so yeah, I thought it was really cool and a lot of fun. Like I actually liked it. And the song, oh my gosh, that song is an alarm clock song. It literally is like, go for it, and just literally wakes you up. I'm like, hi. In fact, I think that was my alarm for a long time because it's on my playlist, and it goes to that more if it's not on shuffle. So I literally hear that, and it's like I'm up. So I love it. Ninja. I'm gonna get comments about this and why it's in this tier. I'm not gonna put an S because I don't think it's S. But my opinion, because I actually like this show and I go back to it and I don't mind it, it's gonna be A. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I know a lot of people were like, Red was annoying and all that stuff, right? But I actually like it. This is one where it's funny, it's hilarious. The grandfather is hilarious. I mean, Sentai, I would say this. The one thing I love about Sentai is to have elders in there. They have kids. I mean, they have stuff in there that we sometimes don't have for Power Rangers, or we're losing. But this was like, they had the grandfather who was great. The dad was great. The characters were actually not bad. They were learning to be ninjas. They weren't just like, here you go, ninjas. Here's your thing. They were being taught to be ninjas. And then also, you had some cool cameos, like Ninja Red, Hurricane Red, Jiraiya from Metal Heroes. And I was like, that was Magi Yellow because of Blue being a magician. I'm like, this is really cool. Like how they, you know, got these actors and characters. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, and even the song's not bad. The suits are actually not that bad. But yeah, I enjoy I enjoy the show. It's not S tier, like it's not like so my favorite, but it's still one of my favorites. I'll go and watch from time to time, just to like have fun with it. Because I also like the gold and how he overcame his stuff with his inner demons, and I kind of like that. So there's certain things I like Ninja I like with that, um, with everything, and I love the ending where they all. I'm not gonna give away the ending. Watch for yourself if you like it or not, but I actually like it. I actually was able to finish this one, and it's gonna be B for me. I actually didn't mind Zyuohger. I can't talk today. If I botch these, I am very sorry. I'm trying. I'm learning Japanese right now, and I'm still struggling with it. Um, but yeah, it actually wasn't as bad. It was a great show. I actually didn't mind it. The writer wasn't bad. The characters were great. Same with Zio the World. I still love it when it came out the Q Ranger. I was like, why don't I have a movie? I'm like, what the heck, dude? It's like, but like he came back because he didn't have a anniversary or a not anniversary team up with him for some reason. I'm not sure why. Um, but yeah, it was very good. I still like it. I mean, it's not top tier, but it's still a good show that to just to go watch and have fun with it. This one, this next one, got me into one of the actors who was a singer that got me into his songs, and that is Q Ranger, and it's going in S. There's a reason. I love this show. It was one where like has 12 Rangers, but didn't feel overwhelmed. Like it was very like what the heck. It was like this is really cool. This is great. I loved it. It was so much fun. Their personalities were so great. I love Stinger only because he's a musician and his songs are great. Kotaro was great. They all were fun. Um, it was, and I love the suits and everything. The commander was just hilariously funny, and I love Balance because he's just like there was this one I think it's close to the end, and he's trying to sneak away. It's like tip toe, and Naga's like Balance, where are you going? Nowhere. I'm like, I love you right now. I don't know why. Balance was just so fun. They were all great. I love the actors. I love the characters. Like they were all fun. I loved how they weren't all human, if that makes sense. Like they were all different from aliens, different this, and I kind of like that. I love the whole Kotaro's and Singer stuff going on. I still like the. Okay, this is the one episode I like, and it's so great. I like a lot of these episodes, by the way. There's a couple. The baseball one is great because Yellow is like Pokevisor, do it, and they're calling just like grab it, Kotaro. And I love how Raptors says Commander and it just hits him on the head. It's like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? And then there's like one also part that everyone keeps mentioning. He goes like, I'm gonna chill. Hello. Oh crap. It's like there's moments in this show. It's just so fun, and you don't realize it because you would think with the commander, it's like I'm gonna be stern, and it's like nope. I still love it when he's like, I forgot. Like he's an old man, and I love it. It's like, dude, what the heck? Sorry, but I like that whole deal. I like the fact. I like another episode. I like is. Sorry, I'm studying my words. It's really late here. My brain's like going 5 million things. Is the one where Koto's little brother is like kidnapped, right? Here's the deal. He's like, oh, I got your brother. He's on the top. It's like Stinger has a tail. So Stinger uses his tail to get on. I'm like, you realize he has a tail, right? That could go out there. And it's like, oh, yeah. And I love how he becomes like an older brother to both of them and to Kotaro. I think that's the thing I love. And lucky it wasn't like the annoying red, a lot of people see. But I do love the whole cast. The Everyone was great. Um, I still love it. It's just so much fun. Um, Man, it's great. There was one scene where what was it? Yellow and sorry if I forget names. It's a big cast. He goes there. It's a new ship, and he comes out and Grace trying to like wash a wall or something, and he goes out and he's like, guys, sorry, I kitchen big, and I'm like, please don't doubt. I love you right now. Because it's like when you first like see something that you like are surprised and love, and then you're like trying to describe it, but you're overly excited, and I'm like, thank you, I love you, thank you for doing this. That is a show that is just worth watching because those funny moments. There's some serious moments and serious plots, but those moments are like so funny, and they're still stuck in my head to this day because I still can't get out of my head every time I watch it, and I'm always like, I love you right now. Thank you very much. Thank you for making my day great, and for making me think of that. Lupin. This one not as bad. I'm gonna put in B. I don't mind it. I actually like it. I like the stories. I like how it's two different teams, not three. Um, Sorry, I can't count. And I actually didn't mind it as much. I actually liked it, but it's not like my top five. It's more in the middle. That's why it's on B. So I actually liked it. And I still love the suits. Oh my gosh. I should really do a tier for that. Next up is Rio Soldier. Now, we don't have the others for there for some reason. I don't know why, but I'll tell you, like, with those ones, which ones I like for tier after I talk about this one. It's in C because it's not bad enough to be D, but it's not, like, my top tier. I still watch it from time to time, but it's not like, well, I'm gonna go watch it now because let me go watch it. It's still not a bad show. It's just it's just average. Now the others, Kima Ranger. If I had a picture on here, that would be S. I love it. I love the song. It's so great. I still love the whole deal of it, and it's so great and it's fun. I love how it's crystals, and like when green just splits into 5 personalities, and I'm like, what the heck? And she's sponsored by Scratch from Geki Ranger. I love how they tie in with like from other previous seasons, and really cool. So that would be if I had a picture, that would be S tier. Senkaiger. Senkaiger would be S. There's a reason why, and it's so funny. Like, it's like a combination of being a good anniversary to these guys being just like, what are you doing? Like, I love it. Like, their roll call, their stuff they do, like, each time is so different. Oh, I love it. I even like the pirate. The pirate that comes in. He's really fun. I love the song for him. I love the brothers. I love the sister who's not afraid to literally hurt a person who hurts her family. So yeah, that'd be S for me because they're like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. And I love the grandma. The grandma is great. I love the grandma. Like, I don't know why when it comes to elders in Sentai, they're just one of my favorites sometimes with them because they're like, I love you right now because you're great. It's like, they're fun. But yeah. That's my list. Sorry I don't have pictures on the other two. But that's just my list for what I think for my opinion for Super Sentai, my favorites, least favorites, average, what I think. So like and comment below, like if you agree with this not, or what's your favorite? You know, if you did a tier list, what would be your top 10, or what would be in each category, or vice versa. So yeah, just comment below on what you think on your favorite Sentai. And also just, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, comment your favorite Sentai. That's just my opinion of what I like. If you agree with some of this, that's great. Let me know in the comments. And if not, what's yours? What's your favorite Sentai? What's your top 10, top 20? There's a lot, I know. I'm not going to say top 100 because there's not a whole lot. And if you have any suggestions of what tiers I should do next, for Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman. Okay, not Ultraman actually, because I haven't seen all the shows yet. But especially for Sentai or even Power Rangers. Let me know in the comments below. And also, like, any topics you want me to talk about for Sentai or Power Rangers or both. But yeah, that's it for this video. As I said, like and subscribe, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.